Hello, how y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of Roast by Fire Cooking. Tonight we have a dish that's well known in the Black American community. We have fried chicken, collard greens, and hot water cornbread. Alright, the first step is that we have to clean them. So I already cleaned them, and I'll just say this, that sometimes when you go to the store, the grocery store, they have the irrigation going, which is the water, and it'll hydrate the the different produce. And sometimes people will pick them up and examine them, or they might want another particular type of vegetable, and they may not have washed their hands. So you always want to wash your produce. So just use water. And sometimes you can use a little bit of baking soda. So last year I tried to grow some collard greens, and the Japanese beetles got to them. I mean, they picked them clean. You see how these stems are right here? This is how the Japanese beetles did my collard greens. They jacked them up. I was mad, I tell you what. I did all that work only for the beetles to come in and devour them. They left the mustard greens. For some reason, they were picky. They didn't eat the mustard greens, but they just, oh my goodness, they went through the collard greens. All right, so I put a few in already, but the rest I'ma just chop. Just kind of chop them a little bit. Put them in the pot. Alright, so we're going to add some salt. And I'm very conscious on how much salt I use. Sometimes I undersalt dishes, so it's better to be undersalted than oversalted. There's people out there that really add too much salt, and being a Black American, we have to watch our salt intake. Okay, that's pepper, and that's actually black peppercorn. So while this cooking, let's see, I add a little bit more water to it. And I found a few more stems. Found a few more leaves, and I added a few more stems to it. So while that's cooking, we're going to get started with the chicken. We're going to season the chicken, and then we're going to get that cooking. So we're going to put the lid on and add a little bit more water. And we'll get started on the chicken. So we have the chicken right here. I got some chicken legs, and we got some flour, and basically we're just going to add a little bit of seasoning in the flour mix. So one of my favorites is Old Bay. Gonna add some Old Bay and just a smidgen of salt, and then some black peppercorn. Okay, and we're gonna add some on the chicken as well, some Old Bay and a little bit of salt. Peppercorn. Okay, so we're gonna mix it. Add a little bit more Old Bay, not too much. Like I said, you know, we gotta watch how much sodium we intake. So okay, so I'm gonna flour the chicken. This is totally old school. And then we're gonna get the grease going. We're gonna get this chicken going. And I'll get a plate, put it in. My grandmother, Miss Ellis, she made the best dishes with just salt and pepper. That chicken, you're talking about good. She didn't have garlic powder, onion powder, all the stuff that we use. She just had salt and pepper, and she had one of them little small cast iron skillets. She's from Louisiana. Well, she lived in Louisiana, but I believe she's from Arkansas. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got the collard greens cooking, and then we got the chicken cooking. I got it over here on the hot side. We're gonna cook it all the way through on one side, and once it's done, then we'll turn it over. In the back, we got the water for the hot water cornbread. So we're gonna start with the hot water cornbread. So got some cornmeal, and I got a little bit of flour. We're gonna add to it. We're gonna add some salt and a little bit of bacon powder and butter or margarine. And then we're gonna add the hot water to it. Actually, just let me get a little. And then we're gonna add a little bit of water. It's gonna be, you know, doughy. We're gonna add a little bit of that margarine. So we're going to turn over the chicken. Nice golden color. crank it up. We're gonna get the hot water cornbread going. I just turned over the hot water cornbread, so that'll be done in a few minutes. Got the chicken cooking, got the greens in the back, so we're almost there. We're finished. We have the fried chicken with the Old Bay seasoning, collard greens, hot water cornbread, and onion. Also, when you're eating your greens, you can also add vinegar with it. Thanks for tuning in to Roast by Fire Cooking.